Alright guys, welcome back to VALORANT News. Cloud9 continue to find themselves in a precarious VCT situation with big drama emerging yesterday as to where the money from the VCT bundles actually goes. Many of their players, it seems, over the last couple of months, and Zephyr last night implying that the players get $0 from the bundle sales. This feels like a questionable business decision from Cloud9, especially when it comes down to potentially getting renewed with their partnership spot in the near future in the VCT, especially after everything with Rossi and Ye and other players over the last couple of years has wavered confidence in the community as to whether Cloud9 should still be an organisation in the Valorant Champions Tour. Very much interested to your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always. I would greatly appreciate it. First of all, Zelsis, I know, is having a bit of a back and forth here, obviously discussing which of his bundles he thinks are the best. We're going to get back to that over the coming minutes for sure, right? Because, well, he puts them into a certain order. Notably, of course, he puts NRG right down to the bottom here, and the Cloud9 bundle is here in the B tier as far as he is concerned. But, you know, their management of the way this goes does not necessarily seem to be anywhere near the B tier as far as I'm concerned. Now, a couple of roster things. There was this last night as well. Apex. They've not got a fifth yet. There's been some speculation who it might be over the last couple of days, but due to visa problems, they can't get a player. You know, it's not going to happen. They've not got a fifth player coming through, so they will not be able to participate, the fifth player. So they're going to bring in Odorous, their strategic coach. Interesting from like a player imports perspective, I guess I would argue. But that's the plan. They've officially confirmed this last night as well. Apex, I think I did have the tweet somewhere actually. Here it is. Team update: due to an ongoing visa issue, our fifth player will not be able to attend the kickoff. So they've got Odorous in instead. Tricky situation, right? It's like whenever you sign a player, obviously you want to be hopeful you'll be able to get the visa stuff sorted. But if you're not, it's tough to sign said player because, you know, if you can't get them in the country, then they can't play for your team. This was the other thing I was just showing here from Drew Spark. Obviously been on Sentinels as their assistant coach for some time. The rumour has it he's going to M80. I know that there were some teasers that it might be Liquid, but I think it's going to be M80, at least according to some of the recent rumours, and it seems the contract has now been signed. So, you know, he kind of implies America's somewhere else, but it might still be in the Americas, but genuinely, who knows? Couple of things as well on the kickoffs around the world. Choba has confirmed he will not be part of the official VCT broadcast, which is, you know, again, they move around talent. Riot's relationship with their talent is notorious for many reasons over the years. But, yeah, as he says, I was told that they did not have an offer for me to return in 2025 right before Christmas. Finding out less than a month out from the tournament starts and right before the holidays is pretty rough. I guess, yeah, not ideal. The thing is, as far as I'm concerned, getting told around about a month before the tournament is actually pretty good, typically by Riot Games standards on this type of stuff. And actually, Pansy says, I'm so ready to cast some Val. Got a new casting partner for Kickoff. I'll never escape the Fnatic bias accusations now. So I know that people are speculating it might be, you know, with Minnie, right, that she's going to be casting with. It's probably not Leo, let's be honest. Hopefully he's doing well. But, yeah, not sure really what the situation is with Hypoc. But, yeah, seems like Pandy's going to have a new partner pairing and not going to be Steel either, I'd imagine. So, yeah, and tweet your thoughts on that in the comments below. Let's look at the China kickoff because this is the one that's currently underway. We did see yesterday Wolves go down 2-0 to Gilai Gaming. And, yeah, controversial result, I guess. Juicy, of course, and the rest of the guys. A winnable series of Wolves because they started quite well on both occasions, but then it just petered out towards the end. The start of the second half here on the Lotus, they probably should have been able to close out. And again, they had a nice stint, Wolves, on the split, but it just wasn't good enough after the start to the map that they had. So they went down to the losers bracket already. JD versus Dragon Ranger Gaming is currently looking like a bit of a bagger. It's opening up to a game 3, but DRG seem to be on the verge of winning it. It was 13-5 map 1, 13-15 to JDG on the Haven map 2. But then it seems like DRG are about to come out on top of this one, right? I guess we can have a quick look at the stream to see if this is concluding. Okay, there's an advert. I'll come back in a second. But, yeah, 12-7 to Dragon Ranger Gaming. The rest of the bracket is shaping up pretty interesting as well. Of course, the big name teams, they have the buys through to the second round. Edward Gaming, among others. And, well, it looks like this series is literally just concluded. It's a 2-1 for DRG. So we go back to the overall bracket. All Gamers versus Nova is next up, and it's Wolves tied Lu. Now it's Gen.G down there in losers, and Dragon Ranger Gaming will advance to play Trace Esports in the next round in a few days' time. This was a bit of drama as well. So speaking of Fnatic and who might be the caster pairing that they're thinking about with Pansy, this is the New Jersey and everything to that effect. The EMEA kickoff, of course, starting in a few days' time. That also is true for the Americas as well, only a few days away from big name series such as this. But I thought this was funny, a little like TikTok or whatever's going on here with Crashies and Boaster. So look, Crashies looks like he's having a great time. I think this has been talked about ever since Crashies went to Fnatic, that he looks like he's got a smile on his face. He's basically subbing in for Leo now, is the way that it seems to be. They had Sayonara, but he wasn't old enough to play in the VCT. So yeah, good to see Crashies seems well, he seems healthy, he seems happy to be over there. But as Boaster says, posting this for FNS to see, we got the new kit. FNS is kind of sad to see his boy having such a great time with another team. And as Boostio says, this is how happy a man can get when you leave FNS. And obviously FNS and Boostio therefore are having a bit of a, back and forth in the replies. So FNS wasn't so happy about this comment. Boostio kind of cooked him, I guess, on some level. And, there was lots of reaction to it as well. The main clips, though, and the main drama that I wanted to share for you guys, because this, of course, it's always a little bit tongue-in-cheek, was the situation with Cloud9. So in recent times, there's been questions on the VCT bundles get sold. The money, half of it goes to Riot Games, pretty much, something like that. The other half of it goes to the team itself. Because, obviously, as a team, you want to promote the bundle, because then you get the money from the sales of the bundle. The question is, as an organization, how do you manage this? How much of that money do you give back to the players? Because often, people are buying the bundle because they like the players. They may buy the bundle because they like the colors or because they like the organization. That's part of it. But often, if you're going to buy a Cloud9 bundle, it's possibly, it's a decent percentage of that is going to be because you're a fan of the team, you're a fan of some of the players, you want to support the players in the team. But reportedly, this is actually not how Cloud9 do things. And there's been lots of drama about this, even over the last few years. Was it X10 Esports, or was it when there was Xerxia, or whatever it was, that like champs money, skins money, prize money, champions bundle money, stuff like this, not getting to the players. Now, there was some speculation on this for, I would say, a good couple of years now, in terms of whether the teams are mandated to give a percentage of the money to the players, but it doesn't seem like that. May have existed a couple of years ago. I thought that it actually did, but I couldn't really find any evidence of it when I looked for it, and it doesn't seem like now that is the case at all. So the organizations can do what they want. Riot pay them. The organizations then decide whether their players get any cut of that. So there was talk about this last night here on Reddit, because some of the, let's say the coach of the team, Imi, he seems to be promoting the bundle, which kind of implies that he might be getting a cut of that. Because, look, if I'm a pro team, I'm definitely giving my players some cut of the bundle money, because then they're incentivized to promote it, because they're getting some of the money. And, it's kind of a win-win, you would think. If you don't give the team any of the cuts of the bundle money, then they're not going to promote it, you're going to sell fewer bundles, and you might just make less money anyway, even if you don't give them a cut. So, it's an interesting decision, and another interesting decision from Cloud9 to say the very least. So I wanted to share a couple of clips. One's from yesterday from Zeppa, the other one is from Vanity a few months ago, talking about when he was on the team, and basically saying, yeah, Cloud9 didn't give us any of that.
100%. Just from stickers. I think that's excluding salary. But, I mean, the bundles teams, I don't know. C9 didn't pay us for that, so I have no clue. Do I watch basketball?
Are you getting cut from the bundles for this year? I heard last year you didn't. No, we're not. Wait, are we? I don't remember, actually. We might not be.
So I think this is pretty shocking from Cloud9 as an organization, really. They've been under so much fire over the last couple of years. Certainly the way they handled the Ye thing, the role issues, which was definitely the real reason. Ye then getting thrown out, he didn't have good opportunities, he couldn't compete like he wanted to, and all the problems happened about that. Then this season, C9 looking good. Questions about whether their team is fully committed to winning. Rossi comes in, does a great job. Rossi was absolutely frying. They looked very good. Sure, were the rest of the team happy with his IGLing style? No. Was the correct decision to kick him out of the organization? Probably not, as far as I'm concerned. So we know that C9 have built a new team. I don't think their changes are necessarily atrocious, with Nets coming in and Mitch coming in as the IGL and these other decisions they've decided to make. But still, this piles more pressure on, because I would say that the vast majority of organizations are giving some cuts back to their players. Whether it's, you know, half of the money that they get goes to the players, which I think is what some organizations will do, whether it's a different cut of things or whatever, giving zero of the bundle money to the players just isn't a good look, and I can't imagine Riot would be especially happy with either. It's not going to be long from now where Riot are going through the teams and saying, okay, do they seem like a partner that we still want to have in the future? And C9 have made many decisions over the last couple of years that wouldn't have given me much confidence that they are actually an organization I want to be working with for the long term. So very much interested in your thoughts on that in the comments. And as we say, just to close out the video, we got some scrims. Here's Sentinels 15-8 up on Cloud9. As we saw, I think this is from the 10th of January. There was this one as well, Lev playing Okonos's team. Now, look, I will say there was some talk here that VCT Scrims was getting some DMs telling him, look, why are you only posting the Lev Scrims that look bad? But still, some of them do look bad. 13-4 against Lev on this occasion. There was also, I think, this one where they played 100T, and it was 11-8, and then it became 15-9 shortly after that, 100T versus Lev. That's how it seemed anyway. There was also this one, though, where Sentinels played G2. We saw Shank's opinion that G2 were going to qualify and Sentinels weren't for Masters Bangkok. You know, obviously, if this scrim's anything to go by, it's not going to be that clear cut. But yeah, very much interested to your thoughts on all of this stuff in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Take care, and I'll see you next time.